Hey everybody, this is David Garrett and you're watching Razor TV.
He is the world's fastest violinist. And has performed to millions all over the world. Part classical genius and part rock star, 31-year-old German violinist David Garrett was in town recently to promote his latest crossover album, Rock Symphonies. This is David's first fully crossover album to date, inspired by his previous classical album, Classic Romance, which had 3 rock tracks. We caught up with the Kurt Cobain look-alike to find out what all the rage was with Rock Symphonies. What's up guys, Isaac NETTO TV, and we are here with the one and only David Garrett. And now David, you are in Singapore to promote your latest album, Rock Symphony, am I right?
That's absolutely correct. Rock Symphonies, and just having a great time so far here. Literally what the title is already implying, what I wanted to do is put 2 of my favorite music directions, which is obviously classical, since I'm coming from classical background, and rock music, which I love also listening to. Right. And of course, finding mutual grounds and bringing them together and having something which is unique but also, accessible. So that was the plan.
Rock Symphonies feature covers of tracks like Nirvana's Smells Like Teen Spirit, Led Zeppelin's KASHMIR, and Guns N' Roses' Live and Let Die. David is no doubt a rock star, but before rock came along, David was a classical star. A classical child prodigy, he first played on stage as a soloist with the London Philharmonic Orchestra when he was only 10 years old. He recorded his first 2 classical albums when he was only 13, and later was one of the first few students to study under the famous violinist Itzhak Perlman at Juilliard. For a man who respects rock music as much as he does Beethoven, David feels it is important to be a world-class violinist in order to record a good crossover album.
Well, I pride myself being a classical musician with, obviously having really strong roots in classical music, but also being able to, do my own thing. I think it's very important to do something which makes a difference, which reaches out to younger people and gets a little bit of their attention.
So it's still like a crossover thing. So was it difficult that making that shift from classical to rock?
Not really. I do it every day because most of the time I have classical programs next to crossover programs. And there's no shift because either you play well or you don't, and in the end, let's put it very simple. You play Bach different than Beethoven, and Beethoven different than Mozart. So obviously it's natural that you play Michael Jackson different than AC/DC, and AC/DC different than the Beatles. Right. Same situation. But the quality of the sound, the phrasing, the vibrato, all this kind of stuff, technique, that has to be mandatory.
Since he's a star in both the classical and rock worlds, we had to find out what was on his playlist.
What song is on my playlist? There's a lot of R&B and Irish actually folk music, because I just started getting a little bit into it's because it's a total different technique, Irish fiddling, and I'm looking into maybe having one song in the next album or the next tour, kind of a high-speed kind of Irish folk dance. Nice. So I'm working on that a little bit, so I'm listening a lot.
And what about plans for a concert here in Singapore? I heard yesterday at the performance at Avalon that you actually said something about coming back to Singapore for a concert. Is this true?
I don't even know if it's true. My management keeps telling me, so I believe my management. If they fail me and you, then I guess I will have to have a word with them. But I'm supposed to do something.
Would you be interested in coming back to Singapore for a concert?
No, absolutely. I only have really, really good experiences here. From the 2 short stays, it's just really, really warm, welcoming every time here, and it's a beautiful city, great weather, a little humid, but very nice.
Well, it looks like we'll just have to wait and see. Up next, we talk to David about his love affair with the violin, that is.